Well, we're coming to you live from sunny Gatesville, Texas.
Not. It is a dreary day today.
I don't know how you folks up north, or not up north, but like in the, what do they call that? The Pacific Northwest or
Like
something like that?
Seattle, Washington, or something?
Yeah, where it's just wet and nasty like this all the time. I don't see how y'all function. I don't know, but I'm grateful for the rain that we've got in the land. We got a ½ inch yesterday and a ½ inch the day before, and some rains before that, because the grass is really starting to come on, and we've needed the grass. But these days where it's just foggy and nasty, it just ruins my day, guys.
It doesn't give me motivation.
Me either. I mean, you walk outside and the buggy seats are wet, tractor seats are wet, skid steer. I mean, hopefully the skid steer seat's not wet, because hopefully Erica closed the window on it, because she left it open yesterday. So
don't tell everybody.
But today we've got something pretty exciting and something we've been meaning to do for a while, and we just haven't got around to it. But we're going to do it today. So. Y'all know we love the Jackery products. We've got 2 of them already. Actually, I think we have 3. Do we have 3 or 2? I know we've got at least 2.
2. We got 2.
We've got one that y'all seen the video, and maybe Erica can put it right up here, a link to it. Maybe not, I don't know. Where we've got it set up where it runs all the lights up there where the squeeze chute is.
And the Wi-Fi.
And the Wi-Fi. That's important, Wi-Fi. And then we've also got a bigger, stouter one set up in the house, or in the leather shop up there. So if the electricity goes off at the house, boom, it kicks on and powers. You know, we've got it set up to where it only powers like the refrigerator and one set of lights in the house, so that it'll last long enough to tell the power to come back on.
That's the important stuff.
Yeah, like 2 days or something. So today, though, what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a full unboxing of our Jackery solar generator and the solar panels that came with it, because let's come in here. Oh, follow me to the cool room.
I don't think you should show the...
Oh, yeah, we're going to show your mess.
We're going to show you the before, but this is my... Okay.
Yeah, this is Erica's mess.
This isn't my mess. No.
These are your sunglasses. There's your chicken feed sacks.
Oh, wow, I threw my sunglasses in there.
I mean...
This is your son.
This is garden supplies.
That's trash that I've stacked neatly. We need to go take stuff.
No matter whose it is, it's a mess. So what we're gonna do here, Mom's arm's getting tired, so I'm gonna show her a little trick that this magnet's on here. Bam! Look at that. So
first step is clean the feed room.
So we've got a couple things going. I've got to go get a load of feed mixing for the steers. It's kind of a bittersweet deal, because it's the last load of feed we're mixing for this set of steers before they go to butcher. But Erica's going to go through and kind of start straightening this up, because it's springtime. We got lambs and stuff to process. We've got cattle that we're starting to buy and process. So we don't really, it's not a big deal to store your medicine and stuff like that in your refrigerator at the house, but we just want to get it out of there and quit taking up that room. So what we're going to do is right over here behind Erica, we've got an area that's just, huh?
We can always put it right there now that we don't use that.
No, we're not going to put it there.
All right.
We're going to put it right over here, like I said.
Okay.
Because we don't want to have to bend over every time you want to get it, and there's dust and dirt. We're putting it in a refrigerator, and we're gonna set up our Jackery with its solar capabilities to be able to charge this, to run this refrigerator in the event that the electricity goes out. Because when we have it at the house, won't send electricity back over to here, so we want to have one in here as a backup just in case, because medicine is expensive and we don't want it to ruin. So we're going to get to mixing feed and cleaning, and then we're going to show you the Jackery.
Who thinks I can do a transition? Like, what if I'm like, if after Cody leaves, I'm like, okay, I'm going to clean this feed room, and go like this, and then I snap my fingers and it's clean.
I think you can do it.
Okay, let's clean this feed room. And we're done. All right, you ready to see it?
I can't wait.
Wait, let me get on this side so you can see your reaction.
Wow.
How did I do?
You got it straightened up pretty good.
All right, you ready?
We got too much junk in here, but we need to quit being pack rats and keeping all this stuff, because
I did the best with what I had.
I understand.
All right, let's unbox it.
So what do you have here? Let me have that camera, and you show the folks at home what you got here.
All right, this is the Jackery HP 3000.
And HP stands for HomePower 3000.
And I get to unbox it.
So while Erica's getting that opened up, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this HP 3000 from Jackery. So you got
with
what?
A cord.
Power cord.
And a user manual. Oh, I don't know if I can lift this bad boy. Let me see if my farm muscles have, my farm guts have been helping.
Look at that. So not really too heavy.
Yeah, not too bad. Just the packaging. So
that's one of the great things about these Jackery units is they're very portable. So when we're not using that here as a backup for the refrigerator that we've put in here to keep our medicine and some drinks out here at the barn cool, we can take it on the road with us if we go camping or car shows, truck shows.
Yeah, we've been taking the first one we got to all the truck shows so that we can power our phones during the day. We can power a fan because it's hot at a lot of those.
So this thing's got some massive power. It's got 3,600 watts of output power, 7,200 watts of surge, and it handles everyday devices in any application that you could expect it to do. It's got 3,072 watt hour capacity, which means this fridge that we've got here, it could power it for 1 to 2 days continuously. As small as this is, it could probably do it for 2 or 3 days. If we have a power outage, you know, here in Central Texas, we haven't experienced many power outages due to the summer heat waves, but we have had a huge influx of people moving into Texas lately, and I'm pretty sure it's going to begin to put a strain on our electrical grid. So being able to keep stuff like this going for a couple of days if you're out of power is pretty important. You know, hurricane season's coming up. Usually when they have power outages down there because of the hurricanes, it doesn't affect us, but we did lose power twice last week because of storms. So having this backup generator here basically that is also solar powered or we can charge with electricity is pretty important to me. So right here, straight out of the box, it was 29% charged. So the cool thing about this Jackery HP 3000 is it's got a zero drain is what they call it. And what that means is it'll hold about 95% of its charge for a full year. So that's pretty important to me because it gives you some longevity. It's built for reliability.
So I was really impressed, like the one that we use at the shoot, we haven't charged it in
a long time.
And we went to use it for the truck show, and we didn't even need to plug it in because it was still at like 95% or something.
That's right. That's the great thing about these. And another cool thing is look at all the different kind of plugs you've got. You've got a DC 12 volt plug on it. You've got a USB-C, a USB-A, which is just a regular USB. You've got two of the USB-Cs and two of the USB-As. You've got your regular AC outlets here. You've got 4 of those. And then you've got a pretty nice, what is that, a 210? No, 125, 30 amp, 125. So that's for like a recreational vehicle or something like an RV plug or something like that. So what we're going to do with this thing is we're going to set it probably here underneath the fridge where it's out of the way. And we're going to plug it in and let it charge. And we'll probably leave it, what my plan is to plug the Jackery into the electrical outlet and then plug the refrigerator into the Jackery and leave the Jackery on. And the reason I'm going to do it that way is if the power goes out, it'll be fully charged and then it'll run for it'll automatically just switch over and run the refrigerator. And then in the event that we run out of electricity for more than a couple of days and this begins to drain down low, we've got our solar panels here that we can set up outside and just run the cord in and charge this thing. And it doesn't take a whole lot of time for it to charge up. I mean, it's going to get there pretty quick. So let's get that installed. For right now, I'm going to set this guy up here. And I think I like where that's going to sit. Eventually, what I would probably like to do is come in here and maybe fabricate me a little shelf right here that comes off from this piece of purlin. That way I could set it up high. Then it's out of the way, not getting stuff set on it and covered up and getting things spilt on it. And let's go ahead and plug it up and we'll give it an old test. Move my old coffee out of the way. My coffee's always in the way, it seems like.
Always.
So we'll unplug the fridge. We're going to plug in the Jackery. And then the charging port, the plug for it is over here. going to bring it around here. Helps if you get it going the right direction. Get it plugged in. So now you can see here that it's charging. We're going to go ahead and plug the refrigerator in. Here, let me get this. You plug it in, Mom.
I'm going to plug it in on this side.
We're going to plug it in, and so that's an AC outlet. And then here on the front, you're going to hit the AC button and turn the AC on.
So it shows inputs going in, and then it also is going to show output?
Yeah, it should show what this refrigerator is draining out of it as it starts to go there. So probably hardly nothing on this sucker because it's just not going to do anything to it. But let's show them in the event that there's a power outage. Let's go over there and pull the plug on the Jackery. Boom! Oh, power's off. And then, but we never lost power here. Still got our 50 degrees set on our fridge. And this thing, I mean, it's going to run for a long time. It's not even pulling hardly any juice at all. So it looks like our little test there worked. It gives you an hour countdown. That was at 87.2, and it just went down to 87. And yeah, so
I'm going to plug it back in so we can
plug her back in, see if it starts to charge back up again. And there she goes, kick back up. Charging, you can see here on this cycle that it's cycling around, showing that it's charging. The other thing I wanted to show you guys.
Didn't do the most
no, let's leave that on.
satisfying.
Don't pull that off.
That's my favorite part.
You don't touch that, girl. All right, let's show them. Let's open this guy up right quick and just show. I'd like to show y'all what my plan is for this solar charger here.
The UPS guy wasn't very nice with that thing.
Yeah, it might have come one of those days when it was raining.
Raining, yeah.
We've been getting a good bit of rain lately, it seems like. You know, last year about this time we got a good bit of rain and then it turned off dry. I sure hope it don't do that again. So these things are nice. They've got a handle. So these can be mounted, or you can just take it and I might have to get Erica to grab one side there, but that we could set this thing up. Really needs to stay out in the heat a little bit and kind of relax those folds, but you get this thing set up and it's got a top to it, so you lean it back and put it towards the sun. Here in Central Texas, as with y'all, the sun goes east to west, but this is the direction I would set it up. So what I would probably do when we get ready, if we have to use this, is it's got these nice little hooks right here, these eyelets. What I'd probably do is just hang me some hooks on with some sheet metal screws here on the barn where I could just hang that thing up there. And then let me grab the power cord and show you. You get a pretty good length of this power cord right here that allows you to plug into your solar panel, and then I could just run it up through the top of the tin there and get it inside. And then this plugs in next to the regular power cord that goes into the 110 that's in the barn there, and that'll charge it up in case you don't have electricity. So, or, you know, like if you're going to go camping, if you're going to go RVing, any of that kind of stuff, you can just load this thing up. I mean, like I showed you what it looks like. It closes right up to nearly nothing. I mean, that would fit behind the seat of old Danny over there. Pretty easy. We could take it with us. So
you want to go camping?
No, I don't want to go camping. But but some people enjoy camping. I don't like spending $500,000 to live like a hobo for a few days. So, but
all right. So all in all, now we're set up. We don't have to run back and forth to the house when we need medicine, when we need a drink from working sheep, and all that good stuff. During
the summertime, you know, the winter we're out here a good bit, but during the summer, like Erica's gardens right here, you know, the Clancy's in and out here doing stuff. We're always out here working at the shop, which we have a fridge in the shop, but out at the barn, you know, it's just like, who wants to walk all the way back to the barn or the shop or back to the house? And
we're always having to run back to the house to get
medicine and drinks and stuff like that. So having a fridge out here where we can just keep everything out here ready to go is important to us, and it's
And it's even more important making sure that all that stuff doesn't go bad.
that medicine's pretty high, you know, and you know, if you buy it like we do 3 or 4 days before you're going to use it, or even store some for certain amounts of time, a refrigerator going out or electricity going out and something happened, or a breaker pops or whatever it is, and that thing not being able to stay cool like it needs to, you can ruin hundreds, if not thousands of dollars of medicine. So it's important to be sure we have a good backup system.
Good backup system. All right, so while I try to convince Cody to go camping now that we have this little guy,
We're not going camping.
y'all drop down in the comments what you would power with your HP 3000.
What do you think? I mean, I would like to know what's something you could
Something out of the
we're
box.
not thinking. Yeah, something out of the box that we're not thinking of. I mean, like I could see this thing, all kinds of things. I would love to try running a branding iron off of it to see how long it would, you know, how long can we run a branding iron?
With the one up front.
And or you know, you could run a set of clippers on it if you were shearing sheep or something. You know, or if you had to go to a, you know, most everybody's going to have lights and stuff in their barns, but say you go to help a 4-H'er or something like that, that they don't have a good spot to do that, or you know, I think you could run a set of clippers off of this pretty easy. It's already went up another %. I mean, this thing is charging fast. Check it out. The HomePower 3000, HP 3000, as we affectionately call him. And let us know what you'd use it for. Y'all keep ranching.